The ANC Youth League led an anti-crime march in Soshanguve today, calling for more police to be deployed there. The League's Secretary General, Mntuwoxolo Ngudle, joins us now for more. Mntuwoxolo, good evening. Thanks very much for your time. Is it a once-off march, or are you going to march again and again and again until police are deployed there as per your demand?
Thank you very much, Buyo. This is the beginning of many marches that are going to be happening throughout the country. Soshanguve is just one of the hotspots in the country. If you have looked into the crime statistics, you would have seen that Soshanguve, particularly in Pretoria, is one of the hotspots in terms of violent crimes. The other one is in Khayelitsha in the Western Cape, Gugulethu in the Western Cape, Umtata also is one of the critical areas, East London, PE, eThekwini, Mandeni in KZN, and so on. But we are trying, as the Youth League, to ensure that the South African government is aware that violent crime is haunting our communities. Our people don't feel safe at all, and we're going to be making this demonstration not just in Soshanguve, all over the country, throughout all the areas that have been declared murder capitals and that have violent crimes, including GBV and femicide. We'll be marching even post these period of elections. We'll be running these particular marches. And if the police are not given much more power, because police are complaining that they don't have power either to execute their work or so and so, that ITP and other institutions are arresting them when they are detecting these particular violent crimes. We'll be talking about now strategies and ways in which communities can be involved more succinctly than it was in terms of community policing forums, because some of the community policing forums have been infiltrated by criminals themselves, and we need to arrest that particular phenomenon. So, but the ANC Youth League is against any form of violent crimes or unsafe communities, as it were. We must reclaim our communities from criminals and gangsters and ensure that our communities are safe and that our people are happy and live in safe environments.
As you say, I mean, it's not only Soshanguve, I mean, it's all those areas you've just mentioned and more. But who are you holding responsible for our inability as a country to deal with this pandemic?
We've told the police minister, including defense intelligence and intelligence offices, that we are holding the government responsible for this, because unless our own government, the government led by the ANC, which has proclaimed that it wants safer communities, that we are holding accountable officials, because it is officials, not politicians, by the way, because there's only one police minister, and that police minister is outmaneuvered by criminal officials who are now hiding behind SAPS or IDP or any form of these NPA, including prosecuting authorities. They are so cumbersome that the process of justice in South Africa becomes a very lengthy process. We're therefore calling for a speedy process to execute these particular problems that relate to safety of our communities. So we're holding the entire justice courts and prosecuting authorities liable for this malfeasance in terms of the money we're spending does not show the result in terms of the safety of the communities, in terms of all our safety security systems.
The minister is being outmaneuvered by criminals. Unpack that a little for us.
We're saying outmaneuvered by criminals internally in SAPS, and we're saying he must now hold them accountable. Minister Bekicele is one of the most active ministers we know, and who's working very hard to ensure that he's upholding criminals liable for the unsafeness of our communities. He has done very good work over the period under review, but we're saying he must not allow to to be outmaneuvered by officials, the so-called bureaucrats in the criminal justice system, so that he can be able to do his work as mandated by the ANC as a deployee.
Would that be your assessment that is being outmaneuvered in the way that you have just explained, or is that something he tells you is what is happening?
It is our assessment. Of course, he thinks that the bureaucrats are doing very well in ensuring that they combat violent crime, but we think there is more sophistry that is coming from the bureaucrats that are not attending to these realities that the minister is talking to. The minister is everywhere where there are violent crimes, trying to attend to them. But the question is, why are these violent crimes continuing if the minister is trying to so hard to attend to them? I'm saying it's just one individual who's committed to ensure that our communities are safe, but there is a lot of people in the criminal justice system which are supposed to be assisting the minister to do significant work in ensuring that the work of the ANC to ensure that our communities are safe, and that work is happening. But the minister, as he's doing very good work, there are people that we are saying to him are sabotaging him, and those people are officials in the criminal justice system.
Well, I'm asking that question because only last month the Minister of Police sang the praises of that very same bureaucracy you were talking about, saying they were responsible for about 3,700, leading criminals. We're talking about murderers, extortionists, and the like. And he was singing their praises, so perhaps doesn't see the problem quite the way you are seeing it.
We are saying the minister is quite correct that some in the criminal justice system are doing their work diligently to serve the state, the country, and to protect our communities. But some are sabotaging the minister, because we know the commitment of the minister, not just in word, but in action. But we are saying, therefore, he must be on the outlook, not just of the criminals, but the criminals internally within the government. And those are the criminals that are making criminals who are making our communities unsafe to be in a safe zone, because we know that we don't want to be mentioning names as though we're praising them, but there are some who are doing their work very diligently, and we are saying to the minister, look out to those who are sabotaging the work of those that are doing good for our country and for the safety of our communities.
Mntuwoxolo Ngudle, thanks very much for your time. He's the Secretary General of the ANC Youth League, following, of course, a protest march they held together with the taxi industry, religious leaders, and community members in Soshanguve to protest against crime